Hello students, welcome to another little quick tutorial. Let's start by opening a specific file. This time what we're going to focus on is how to assemble. I am only going to show you the very basics. If you want a more detailed video, there is one on my Haiku page. However, I am just going to teach you the very basics. So let's take a look. Place view allows you to place a part that you want to assemble with the second part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go there. You're going to go to your project folder and you're going to select two parts. The first part that I'm going to select is the C shape, and I'm going to open that up and ignore the messages. I'll explain to you what those messages mean later. But for the meantime, notice I have placed the C and there's the ghost image. So you want to press escape on your keyboard. There it is. Now I'm able to go back and I'm able to go back to that same folder, and I am now going to create I'm now going to select the second shape and I'm going to open that shape up. And again, I'll explain the messages later. But there I have two images. And I'm going to press escape on my keyboard again so that it doesn't make any more duplicates. The next thing, now that I have those two parts, I am going to click on one of the pieces and I'm going to go and click on this drop down menu where I'm able to look at varying colors. So I'm going to select the color gold, and that's going to be on my first shape. My second shape now, I'm going to go press escape just in case, and I'm going to now click on the second shape and I'm going to go to this little drop down menu here where it allows me to select the different colors. I'm now going to select the color magenta. So now notice one's gold, one's magenta. Now I have two different colors. That way it's easier for us to communicate in terms of how to assemble. Well, assembly, the gist of assembly is that you have to stop 6 types of movements. So what does that mean? Notice these shapes move in every direction. However, Inventor has a restriction that we should probably be very aware of. These are called the 6 degrees of freedom. That means that these objects are able to move up and down, left and right, and forward and back. That's a total of 6 different movements. So constraints, which happens to be here under assembly, this button allows you to stop that type of movement. So notice here, if I click on this called flush, this is the right side of the shape, and so is the right side of the other shape. So if I click on flush, notice they put them on exactly the same surface. That means this surface and this surface now lie on exactly the same plane. That movement is now restricted, which means that these two shapes now will move left and right together. So I'm going to click apply. Now, that was left and right. Notice if I were to select flush and click on the top view here and the top view there, now these two are going to technically move up and down together. And I'm going to go click apply there. I'm going to go click cancel because now those are attached. And notice here under the browser, you're able to see that those two are attached on the side and these two are preventing it from moving up and down. Well, guess what? Nothing is preventing it from moving forward and back. So I'm able to take these shapes, and look at how cool that is. I'm actually able to go through the shape and defy all the laws of physics, which means that now I need to restrict that movement from it going left and right. I'm going to go back to constraints, and I am going to click on something called mate. Mate is actually a very important tool because this allows us to connect the front of this shape with the back of the other one. Well, don't forget, the free orbit tool allows you to rotate the parts to get easy access to this side. So here, under mate, I connect them, and when I apply it, I'm going to go cancel now because I don't want to try it again. I'm going to click on my home screen, and notice now it's all restricted. All the 6 movements are restricted. Notice this is only one way of assembling. It's not necessarily the way that you want it assembled or the way that you need it for your design, but again, notice it does limit the movement left and right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go undo all of that, and you can see how when I press undo, all of these steps actually undo, and now I end up with no steps done. Let's go back. Let's recap. Now let's say that you want this shape inserted in here. Well, what does that tell me? Well, that means that these two could still be on the same plane. This one wants to go in here, but you have to be very creative with the way you think, because some of these are a little bit unordinary ways of connecting. So let's think about it. If I want this on the same surface as this, I am going to go click on flush. I want this Right now it's the front. I want this front to be rotated so that it's facing exactly this top view. What does that mean? Wait, let's click. Now you see, let me go undo that. Let me go cancel that again. So notice I want this to be on the same surface as this one. So I'm going to go constraint, and I am going to go click flush. This surface and this surface, I want them to be on the same plane. And there it is. It looks a little bit off because it's going through the shape. Now let's talk about what other surfaces I want to be together. Well, I'm going to go flush again. I want this surface and this surface to be on the same level. So I'm going to go click apply again. Now, there's options here, because I most likely need the back of this shape, the back of the purple one, to be flush with this one, which means on the same plane. So I'm going to go click flush, flush there, and apply, and I'm all set. And notice that's just another connection of this shape. Very nicely done. Good luck on your assembly. If you need any help, don't forget there's a full-length video that you could watch. This is just a little quick tutorial for those of you who are actually getting quite familiar with the software. All right, good luck, and I'll see you later.